we've played where 9 people were playing together and somebody'd mess it up. And we'd sit there and say, this is so close, but we just messed it up. And it might be part of the call or it might be too wide. You can stay in, Noah. You don't have to leave. I can brag on you.
Just come.
All right. You go ahead over to this side. But that was the biggest thing, I think. That's what frustrated us so much. And the kids. And that's why Coach Chiswick has done an unbelievable job on Sunday with Accountable Sunday, taking these plays and saying, guys, 9 guys did it perfectly. And here's a guy that didn't fit. The safety was too wide and it squirts for a 20-yard run, or the corner left his guy, and the kids have been listening. Instead of getting frustrated, they have really been listening to the coaches, and they wanted so badly to get it fixed. And then the other thing that happens to you, if you're not careful, I'm probably too hard on our coaches, and I got that. And they want to win so badly that they press those kids and they jump those kids, and then the kids get uptight. So I need to back off a little bit too. And there were a couple of times tonight where the coaches were so frustrated with them over little things. You can coach without being that frustrated. So I've got to do a better job of not putting so much pressure on our coaches.
The defense is converting that 4th down play right to start the game, set the tone for you today.
Yeah, it was interesting. The first 4th and 1, I wanted to go for, and I didn't think we looked in sync. We just didn't look very good. The first run we had was no yards, and Drake was kind of all over the place, and I didn't think they would move the ball as well as people have been tonight. So I thought we should punt. In retrospect, I think I should have gone for it. And then down on the goal line, people are scoring points. You look across the country, and we missed field goal. And that was a 4th and 7, I think, or 8, or I would have gone for it. But I'm just going to go for 4th downs. If you're in that minus 45 area on in, and it's 4 or less, large majority of the time I'm going to go for it. And Drake sees the field so well. He's very knowledgeable of football. So even if it's not there, he can move a little bit. He's got a quick release and can get it to our good receivers. So we're pretty hard to stop on 4th downs. And I like that. I think it sends a great message to our offensive coaches and players that I have confidence in them. And at the same time, we've talked to Coach Chiswick and the defense enough. It should show some confidence in them that when you go for it, man, you got to stop them. This is modern day football. And this is what's happening. And what were we, 3 for 3? We were 3 for 3 on 4th downs tonight. So we'll continue to do that. I said we quit doing it last year because we weren't making any. Those things aren't very much fun if you don't make any. If you make them, they're a lot more fun.
Defense forced punts on 5 straight series. Could you see their confidence just sort of popping each time they came off the field?
Yeah, we had that at the first quarter was really good against Notre Dame. The 4th quarter was really good against Georgia State. The 2nd and 3rd quarter were really good against App State. So we've seen it in pieces, but we just didn't. We haven't consistently done it. And tonight, I thought they walked onto the field thinking 3 and out, and they have not had that confidence, and that should really help them moving forward.
To follow up on that, what do you think they did really well in this game that maybe took from practice that y'all pointed out they really needed to get better at? What did you see that really improved on?
Tackling, getting in the right gaps. We had a couple. They squirted a few through the A gap, and Don Chapman at safety came up and missed a tackle on one of them that led to a 5-yard gain that should have been a 2 or 3. But I think that more than anything else, they're learning that if you'll get where you're supposed to get and not try to make somebody else's play, we're okay if everybody just does their job. And they because of that tonight or this afternoon, they weren't so hard on each other. They were really proud of each other, and I saw more patting on the back and picking up than frustrated and getting after them because you didn't do your job. And we've still got some things that we can fix. But I was really, really proud of the way they played in just doing their job. They've been giving us effort, but not everybody does their job. And today, I thought really on defense, they did their job most of the time. We had one wheel where we had a corner lose his eyes. and we should have had that covered, and that was a play that killed us from Notre Dame. It's been interesting that everything that's worked against us, we see the next week because they all put it in, even if they're not running it. But we covered the wheel much better tonight than against Notre Dame.